Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Canyon. Welcome back to another review. It's a review. It's a tire. We love tires. Who doesn't love tires? And I've realized that I can't just throw out, oh, it's a quick view, it's a junk view, because Slick Rock makes that determination. If we can clean Slick Rock crossing over the kidney bean, then they get scored on a different scoring. We'll get to that when we get to that. Before we get to that, I'm a sucker for a cheap tire. I love a cheap tire because it's like diamonds in the rough sort of thing. Yes, I fully acknowledge that we've found, like, I can count on one hand the number of diamonds we've found, and there's a lot of rough out there. But that's kind of enough. You find the one and you're like, oh, I gotta keep chasing it. So, I don't know if we're gonna find it. Honestly, I don't feel like we're gonna find it, but at the same time, I'm also a sucker for Hotstorm. These 8-hole, are they 8-hole? Yeah, these 8-hole wheels from Hotstorm are some of my favorites. These came with the scale hardware and a full bag of standard hardware. They are crazy heavy. This is Baseline's day-to-day set, and this is a kilo of wheelos with just canyon trails and double buns. Like, these are cheap and heavy, and they look great. I have 2 sets of them. And the other set is a slightly different color orange and did not come with scale hardware. So with our good buddies over at Hotstorm, you really never know what you're going to get. And I think that applies here too. We've got another of the ubiquitous name, Rocks Tyre with a Y. But I'm really I'm a sucker for Hotstorm, and I'm a sucker for any time a Chinesium company, something that peddles their wares on Amazon or AliExpress, actually names a tire, the Sawtooth ATC. So as soon as I saw that they'd named a tire, I was like, oh. And they do the thing that, listen up, manufacturers, they do the thing that I think every manufacturer should do, which is put some stuff and then put no stuff. So if you want to run them this way, you run them this way. It's great. Paying for branding and licensing has long been crazy to me. I will try not to lapse too far into that, but like, put a name on it, put some scale stuff on it, but when the side of your tire starts to look like this, just, come on. Like maybe somebody cares. I don't care. So, oh, yes, we have to mention, these will be fitted with Canyon Custom soft fronts, medium rears, as is now the standard. And it is fortunate that that is now the standard because these are the included foams. I feel like I've seen this particular foam before. Let me bring my buddy Cap 10 Pound to illustrate here. And you'd say, well, I mean, most foams can hold up a 10-pound weight on the sidewall with zero deflection. Oh, look how centered that is. With zero deflection. This foam is so in the firmness range of RC four-wheel drive. If we get it centered, it will collapse the whole, but there's no collapse of the foam at all. And then look at that. That is a 10-pound bargain kettlebell, which means to collapse that. So what I'm trying to get to you is, this would have this in it, and if we cap it again, it's a very different experience. We've got, I don't know, 3/16 of an inch, 4 millimeters, 5 millimeters of compression with 10 pounds on it. So if your crawler weighs 40 pounds, you might be able to use these. They should side hill really well. Hey! Yeah, these aren't foams. That's beyond sofa cushion. Oh, I guess I should. That's a Proline memory foam. See, this is what I'm talking about. And the Proline memory foams are true mediums. It's not like they're extra soft or anything. These have been vented. That is a medium. These are juice. You can get them together with no juice. It's not fun. Like, you can tell they're they're grabbing the insert a little bit, and very, very blocky. Not Chanmu blocky. God, let us hope that we have not ventured into the realm of the Chanmu. Is this a tire that is bound for the skewers? I can't say. I have hopes because just based on the hopes that I like Hotstorm. Like I haven't been treated poorly by anything Hotstorm so far, which leads me to think, oh no, we're gonna have a 7 out of 10. It's almost a better day if it's just tragic, but we will find out what we find out, and we'll find it out together. The other three mounted up effortlessly, and it feels like this one is following suit. It really only needs the juice because it just makes it easier. You can, like I say, there's almost no reason not to mount wet. I've found a couple options where if the tire has an inadequate bead, the actual bead that locks into the ring, juice can make it more liable to pop out, but we shouldn't be giving special concessions to tires that weren't manufactured correctly. It's not that hard to get a tire into a beadlock ring, or more accurately, it should not be. Get the excess off here. While we've got this guy in hand, we'll grab her, buddy. We're still figuring out how things work, you know. We got a claim of 120. My friends, 120 dead. They say 48 wide. That's 48 wide. That's 48 wide. 120 by 48. These tires should have every opportunity to excel. That's the rear, those are two fronts. And, you know, I like the look of them. Whether you're a white wall guy, you know, Durtrax used to do the white on the walls, or whether you're not, we got you covered. Here's our boy. And this guy is built to handle 120s all day. It's his job. We are going to do the Canyon Tire Test Pro. Oop. Almost knocked over the juice. Oh, yes. People have, it's just bubble juice. It's just bubble juice in a Dauber bottle. The Dauber bottle is a lot more convenient way to apply it. I run 2 Dauber bottles because I couldn't find a place to buy these individually. I think I had to buy a 10-pack. So this is the Dauber bottle for what I call new mounts, like these gentlemen right here. This is the Dauber bottle for remounts. Oh, this is the oh, look at that down there. This is the accursed potion. It still works. You can't blow a bubble with it. It has so much mold release and tire goo on it that it's never going to be used for bubbles again. I didn't really use it for bubbles in the first place. I bought it to mount tubeless bicycle tires. It just happens to do a great job on this as well. I'm trying not to get fronts and rears mixed. I have got to grab the tripods. I have got to find the board. I got to find the dry erase board. It's, you know where it is? It's in here somewhere. And then we're going to go to the rocks. It is cool outside. It is cool. Cool, but I don't think cold enough that it's going to negatively impact performance. Let's see how these sit down. Get up there. That's a beefy boy. But this guy's got the clearances. Oh. I'm pointing. Ooh. Little Starsky and Hutch action. That's never good. They're beefy. Because there's no roundover here. You can see if we look down the tire, just fully squared off on the shoulder. So we give no concession for that because this is a normal width offset wheel. This is a rig that is indicative of any other rig that is semi-scale. We still have plenty of suspension action. So this tire's got to do what other tires do. If a Tusk can fit under here or a Canyon Trail can fit under here, guess what? It's gone. Hotstorm Sawtooth ATCs, you got to do it too. And so we begin. I did not learn much of anything from the drive back. Their tires, they're really wide. I ordinarily would be a wider is better guy, but you've got to round that corner off. So the tire's 48 wide, and most tires are in this 45 to 47 range, but because the shoulder is so squared off, like they ride massive, and I think I'm having Chanmu flashbacks, and that's the problem here. The determinator of Quickview, Junkview. All right, it's better than a Chanmu. Oh, but again, maybe we get a de-dust a little. Nah. Nope, they're getting worse. That was a slide all the way to the bottom. Yeah, if anything, the traction got slightly worse. We've had a pretty decent windstorm here. I know it's cool, it's around 50 degrees, but that should not be cold enough to impact these. Do these have low enough grip to do a burn-in? Yeah, we'll burn them in a little bit. We'll see what we can get, you know? This is a Junkview. You can't not do this. You cannot complete this maneuver on a Quickview tire. It's starting to grab a little more there in the front. There we go. All right. So we might have on our hands here a decent Junkview showing because we got there. We managed to get there. They needed a little bit of coercion. Let's see. Let's check the shuttle. We're definitely not going to have enough to pull over the top. The further you are to the right, the better you're doing, and we can kind of seesaw. There's a lot of slide back for a tire that seems to have a decent amount of forward grip. This is Junkview scoring. I'm trying to reset my brain to Junkview scoring. I don't know where we're at. We will get a fair, decent amount of angry Lexan noise. More like creaky ship noise. Oh, they are so very wide. They ride really wide. The Chanmus did as well. There's definitely more grip in this set than there was in the Chanmus. Forward drive, I would put at like an... Okay. I wanted to say 8.3, but rational part of me is saying, oh, if it was like 75, and I can't tell you what that is in the Celsius, because my thermometer, which is right over here out of frame left, is so American, it doesn't even have Celsius on it. It's only got Fahrenheit on it. It does have a tiny little barometer, but it only has Fahrenheit. So I'm going to go 8.4 on the forward drive Junkview scoring. In Quickview scoring, you don't want to know. Daphne's isn't strictly forward drive dependent, but forward drive helps. That was better there. Oh, come on. Do you detect? It wants to. I'm watching the hop in the rear, which means we're not bound. Let's try real goose. Can we pull it back? All right. Hey, we've got another one, guys. We've got another really weird one. It will just slide away. It's going to be really interesting to see on side hill. It will just slide away from us. And there are moments where it feels like we have virtually no forward drive. But when we get into a spot like right here, and then it will catch and just drive. Like, that is... Ooh, this one's going in the infuriating column. Grip and no grip, slip and no slip. It doesn't go when you think it will. Doesn't go when you want it to go. Oy. What did I say before? 8.4. Daphne's line, you know what? 8.4. I have this sneaking suspicion that here on the side hill, we're going to get one or we're going to get the other. I don't feel like we're going to have a middling side hill performance here. It's either going to do better than I anticipate or significantly worse. And it's doing better. Is it going to slip when we want it? Yeah, you watch that rear end fall away. But is it going to stay down? Do we not have enough grip? Yeah. In Junkview performance evaluations, that's one of the best side hills that we've seen. Just enough grip, just enough slip, to the point where we gotta rewind it back and do it again. Do it again. And we do it again. See, look at the plant. There's no... I got too close. Oh, this guy is going to be interesting in self-righting, because that was kind of wild. It's that squared shoulder. I'm starting to fear any tire that comes out of the package with the really squared shoulder. It's the anti-rupture. It's anti-rupture. It's the anti-rupture. The rupture is basically rounded across the top. Same for tires like the megalithic. Yeah, it just doesn't like the input of speed. But if I stay here, are we going to transfer? Are we going to get the power squat? Can we stay? No. Yeah, see, the fluky. The first hit, I was like 9.2, 9.3. I can't get into the same line again. Stay in. Yeah. I will still say fairly, but it's not getting a 9. 8.8. I had promised myself no running, but now that there's 2 tripods and 2 shooting environments here. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. That was close. I got to run back and forth. I can't carry everything at once. Shuttle, 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 shuttle. Keep it, take it, keep it. Nope. Maybe at the top of the infuriating list. Because then you give it a little burst, and the low burst was great, and the high burst does nearly nothing. Looking at the descend. Oh, well, it's not the way we want to do it. Oh, I definitely have a number here. It's his. It's the opportunity is here. Oh, no. 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 It's getting worse. Oh. No. Oh. Get it. Take it. No, don't fall. Come back, come back, come back, come back. Nope. Come back. There we go. Descent here. No. No. It's just like watching the points trickle away. Infuriating. I can go as high as an 8.2. It's best I can do, man. I managed to carry everything in one trip. I'm the stereotypical man leaving the supermarket where I'll be damned if I take 2 trips. I am now winded and I'm wearing a sweatshirt and it's 50 degrees and I'm sweating like a mule. Whew. We gotta work through this, man. To the left, to the left. See, that was really good. that was really good. That went exactly where I wanted it to go. But I know as soon as we get on the other side of the knob, it's going to get bad. It's going to get bad on me because this tire is just trying to crank up the infuriation level right here. Yep. If you see that nose push back, yeah, oh no, we're in a, okay, let's try it again. I don't know, the self-righting might be pretty good. It might be the only score this thing manages to get out of the 8s. Pivot, no. The traction is all over the place. It's all over the place. This tire is the X factor. I can't, honestly, a lot of the time, I don't know where this tire is gonna go. It has enough grip, except when it doesn't. It has directionality and positionability, except when it doesn't. I think, ooh, do we have a possibility here? I have got to give it a couple bump for that first, the left-hand hit. That was good. In Junkview terms, that was real good. And in fact, that part right there, everything in the middle, if we ignore all the stuff that happened in the middle, we're like I would go as high as a 9 flat. So we will equalize, and I'll go 8-8. I'll go 8-8, which almost feels both generous and mean simultaneously. Pay no attention to the ladders or any other construction equipment. We're doing things and stuff. And by we, I mean me, because God help me if I could get assistance. Hard side. Borderline excellent. Like the scores are getting better. Does it need feather? Are the rocks getting warmer? I don't know. This tire is a... Okay, this will really be the determinator. Whether or not I decide to pad a score here or there, I won't. How this does on soft side right here, this is going to tell me a lot. I usually rely on slick rock for the... Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I no longer know anything. I knew very little before, and that scale has been reduced to nothing. I know nothing now. These rocks, is it that tiny little bit more warmth? These rocks have been in the sun. Slick rock and the beast have not. But it was not great on the south side of the beast, and that has also been in the sun. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing anymore. Fluke? Not at all. Yeah, it's like a 9.2 Junkview score. 9.2, maybe potentially 9.3. Show me that soft side again. Yeah, that's a 9.3. That's a 9.3 at the third. Let's look at the bumps. What do we got pull-wise here? That's okay. What do we got here? Yeah, it has traction, except when it doesn't. Oh, that was an almosty. This tire is an almosty. I'm happy to see it get something around 9. Reasonably straight. That's not bad. It's not bad. Takes a little bit more beans on the bump. Well, that's nice. It's nice. It's good. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get. This is a sec here at dead limit. Where's the pen? Here at dead limit. We test entirely too many things, and I couldn't even remember where the pen was, and I certainly can't remember what the score was at the beast. I genuinely have no idea. This is unfortunate because I won't find that out until the edit. We're just gonna move on with that. What did I say was at the beast? Somebody's yelling at their screen right now. 8 point. Well, I'm gonna say it was an 8.4. I have nothing. I cannot remember. Oy, my brain. It used to work. It worked pretty good for a while. We had a good run. Sky, reverse. Oh, yes. Yes. The squared shoulder is apparently quite good at a particular, it has a very particular set of skills. And that is one of the skills. That is, just for sense of completion, we got to do the seesaw. Oh, I hit the rock. Oh, man. But that reverse whip is something special. That reverse whip is a 9.9. But the forward, you get a little... I'm gonna go 9.6 on the self-right. That is gonna help throw the scores all out of whack and hopefully offset whatever I forgot to grant this tire over at the Beast. Let's see how we do on dirt. The Canyon definitely accepting applications for the unpaid camera intern position. If you have no experience swinging a camera, that's great. Bring it over here. The lugs are too tight, right? I don't see any forward movement. We can do a pretty sweet Tokyo drift here. Try to cut it back. Ooh, that looked pretty nice. Get a tire up. There we go. It has grip except when it doesn't. Now let's go to the real hard pack here. Yeah, any amount of speed. And these, like, the lug is big enough to dig, and you would think the tire would be wide enough to float, but we've definitely got more dig than float. Oh, okay. So it's okay at the slow, but what it wants, so it does have the float. It just needs more speed for the float. I don't know. If you lose momentum though, well, that lug spacing is a little bit LT radial, so it kind of goes, it's kind of should be expected. That's not terrible. I can't call that terrible. Did I lose the pen again? I have the ladies and gentlemen, I have the pen. You know, let's give it that high-low score, 8.8. We'll call it an 8.8. I just lost the lid. Oh my God, it is turning into a day here, ladies and gentlemen. Those scores are all over the place. I don't think we are going to see the biggest variance between high and low scores, but you could pull a 5 in the wet. And it's tough to give out a 5. Woo! I don't know. This tire is a conundrum. So we're going to give the old Sawtooth that one more college try here on the dry to see if it got any better. Maybe things are warmed up. Honestly, it feels exactly the same. Exactly the same. It's got grip except when it doesn't. It's got slip except when it doesn't. How about big speed? No, we can burn in. We can burn in. I stand behind the 8.4, which an 8.4 is not. Oh, that's self-right. If you want a tire that's good at self-righting and not too tremendously great at everything else, it is a conundrum. It is good and bad at the same time. It is not log. It's not better than bad. It's good. It is both good and bad. What is the anti-log? Perhaps it is the Hotstorm Sawtooth. Oh, I was leaving a little rubber. You can see a little rubber trickling off right there. A little buildup. I mean, let's just put it into the spot. Yeah. But I don't think it's a 5. I don't think it's a 5. See that little hood up, 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 up. That's almost like it's catching. So it's not a 5. It doesn't turn into an ABS drift ring in the wet. I can position a little bit. It gave me the faintest glimmer of hope there. The amount of side slide is alarming. Boom it. No. No. I will go as high as a 7. What do we say? 7.5 is you made it, but you were really bad at it. 7 is you didn't make it, but at least you weren't completely awful. So I'm not 100% sure why, but I had this sneaking suspicion that it wasn't going to pull a 5 on the wet. Like, usually you've got to be in the 70s on dry. Well, in the 7s in dry to pull a 5 in the wet. And I think the 8.4 is pretty accurate of forward drive. It's not great. It's not the worst. This tire is just above lukewarm. I think the lug in the tire is too tight for trail use. If you were to get this, like, it's okay in wet. It's not the worst. It's certainly not the best. But I think if you were to get this into like anything muddy, and if there was any clay in it, I think you'd have glazed donuts really quickly. The big shoulder seems to be good at self-righting end of list. So there are plenty of tires that can self-right with a rounded shoulder, so maybe don't do that. I think cosmetically, I think they look fine. On really loose stuff, they act kind of like a real-world LT radial. Watch a truck trying to drive up a sand dune, and if they lose their velocity, they done. And these tires are the exact same way. Again, and what was the total? 87.6 is where we came out, and there's no reason to buy a junk tire that's below a 90, because we know that there are options for the same money. These were about $26.99 for the set of 4. The foams must be discarded, as with most junk tires. Sitting high atop the pile, well above the crowd, are Injora Pro Comps. I would still say, even with their finagliness, the Clerms are up there. Mixed Racing Fake Tusks are right behind the Pro Comps, like knocking on the door, and probably overall a more versatile tire because they look the part a bit more. I know a lot of people can't get past the look of a mini pin. I get it 100%. Fake Approach, when you can find them, are right up there at the top. These are not up there at the top. An 87 in Junkview is like a 75 in a Quick View, which is bad. That's in the do not buy. These aren't terrible enough for me to say avoid them at all costs. They're certainly better than a fake Hyrax, you know, quite a bit better. They're certainly better than a Chanmu. In terms of tires that were not overall successful, and I would not classify these tires as successful, they were a lesser failure. And what damning praise could be stronger than these were less failures? Not successful, just smaller failures. That's why we're here, to do these sort of tests. Are they bad enough for the skewer? This would be a tire that I would ploffer out, that I would offer to someone in trade. Before they are not straight to skewer, no trials, straight to skewer. They're not that tire. They're certainly not good enough to go permanent on a rig, because I don't really trail that much. I think they could trail well, reasonably well. I don't know what the expectations are of people who trail exclusively. I think you want the tire not to be feckless, and I don't think these are that. I just think we can all do better. So in between now and when we meet again, I request that you do 2 things. Please, one and all, do your very best to have a good one, everybody. And 2, don't settle. It should be on a t-shirt. And as I have the ability and capacity to attempt to navigate Cafe Press, I guess I should put it on there. Life is too short to drive shitty tires. And much as I love you, Hotstorm, these are kind of shitty tires. They're certainly not certified. I would not say recommended, but not condemned. Not recommended, but also not condemned. There you have it. It's a Junkview, another one in the books. Added to the compendium, magical scribe that adds things to the compendium. The compendium does not exist. The compendium is figurative. I have to resort to looking up my own old videos to see if I've tested a tire or not. That's how memorable some of these tires are. So, why is there no compendium of Junkview tires? Because there's been like 4 good ones, guys. There's been like 4 good ones. The rest of them, not so much. So, thank you all so very much for watching. Please do comment below with any questions, comments, or concerns. Like, subscribe, consider channel membership, or picking yourself up a t-shirt, etc., 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 etc. We'll see you in the next one. Will we? Well, I mean, at the very least, I hope so.